how's it going there, your old pal Jim? Super Picker Flippin' Duo. Ashley's with me, as usual, and we are just going to hit a couple of thrift stores. Just decided to get out of the house. And we need some inventory just to kind of limp through a couple of days till we head out of town again. Um, so we're going to hit a couple of local thrifts. We got to stop at Walmart. And yeah, so we're going to start in Milford, that Goodwill. We're only hitting Goodwills because it is Sunday. It's Super Bowl Sunday. And really don't care about the Super Bowl game. Don't care about the halftime show either way. Like, not saying, one way or the other. The music is not my cup of tea.
Generally only watch the Super Bowl for the commercials.
Right. And the commercials the past couple of years have sucked
gotten worse and worse and worse, yeah.
So we're just here for the thrifting.
Yeah.
Although Green Day before the Super Bowl would be interesting to watch. So maybe we'll tune in for that. And the kids will want to watch the Super Bowl.
Kids, yeah, they've already, they already had the conversation. They're already planning to watch it.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be a big snoozer. And who really cares? But,
Never know.
Yeah. So we're going to thrift. We're going to hit a couple stores. See what we can get. First stop is Milford. So we were just discussing before we turned on the video whether to even do a video or not. First of all, then what we want to talk about. And usually I just flip it on with no plan and just go with it. And just whatever comes to mind comes to mind. It's just the way I kind of do it. So today what I want to talk about is the one thing that I think will make you a successful seller on eBay. What has made us successful. And basically every time we go to a thrift store, we can find something to flip. And that is having a curious mind. And I know we've said that on this channel before, but I want to bring it up and really dedicate an entire video. And it's not, this isn't going to be an hour-long video or anything like that. There's no haul at the end or anything. We're not going to do all that. Like, no big in-store thrifts. I don't have my action camera on me or anything like that. But it's just a chat, if you will. But really, that's what allowed us to expand what we can look for when we go outsourcing. And it's not just thrifting, it's when I look at auctions, when we look at estate sale, like the listing pictures and whether we decide to go or not based off of those pictures. Yard sales, all of that. Like, you can prep your trip beforehand just by being curious, and you can save yourself time by dedicating your trip to those items that you want to go for because you've done the research already, because you're looking at stuff and you're looking up stuff that you've never seen before, right? So don't just discount it because you don't know what it is what I'm trying to get into. So, but you can really, it's a time saver because you're doing the prep work in advance, the day of. You're saving yourself some time. When you're in the store, you're basically, when you're at a thrift store, it's a basic guarantee that you're going to come out with something because you expand so much of your mental database by just being willing to look at stuff, put your hands on stuff, and type stuff into your phone and just take that extra couple of minutes to say, I don't know what this is, let me figure it out. And that's what makes you money. That's a really important thing when you're doing this. You know, you can really, and we still get kind of tunnel vision into, you know, this is what we like to sell, so this is what we focus on.
Right.
It used to be like clothes for a while. We, you know, liked doing that because it was easy to just kind of flip through the clothes, look for brands. Like, okay, is this pattern appealing on this shirt? This brand is good. Yes. Is this pattern appealing? Sure. You know, that's easy. So we kind of got tunnel visioned into that for a while. Um, and then we got, you know, broke that habit. And then we got tunnel visioned into board games. And I feel like we're still kind of there. But now it's like we've expanded enough to where like we check board games religiously, yes, at every single store, but we don't just go there and then leave. Like we go there, obviously we pick up what we can, but then we go to the other sections as well, and we're always looking stuff up that we've never seen. Like I would never know to pick up, for example, like the Sunbeam Oscar food processors. Like I would have never known to pick one of those up if I had never like come across one and been like, the hell is that thing? Right? Because it's a unique looking food processor. It's a small bowl, like it's just weird looking. Kind of space age looking.
Sunbeam doesn't come across as a
Sunbeam
high,
is not a high end brand.
right. Like I wouldn't think to look it up because I'd be
Right.
like, oh, that's not a good brand.
Right. But people love those things. So just weird stuff like that. Like just be curious about it. Look that stuff up. Because you never know. You just never know. Um, if a brand is new to you, look up that brand. Even those alphabet soup Amazon brands, you just never know. Um, one example about that, like not an alphabet soup brand, but those, I bought a Strike Man shooting target, like an indoor shooting target, and they sell like blank gun cartridges that you can load into your firearm. And it doesn't shoot bullets because you're inside your own house, but it shoots like laser targets, laser whatever, at your target. So you can target practice inside your house. And this was just the target. And I didn't know what it was. Like I just saw the target. So I looked it up and I don't know, I paid $5-6 and I sold that thing for like 55-60 bucks, something like that. Like it was but I had no idea. And that was like 2 weeks ago. Like there's just stuff that you're always going to come across and you just don't know. Sorry, it's hot in here now. So that's really the key. And we're going to try to find some new stuff, but there's never a guarantee, of course. So, but that's what sets sellers apart from the good to the bad. Like if you're a good seller and you want to do this for a while, you have to be willing to always learn and never settle for, you know, okay, I know enough. Like I'm done learning. I know it all. I know what I need to know, because you never do.
No, because the market always changes too. So you have to adapt. You have to
Right.
learn and adapt.
Right. Because even what you know today may not be true tomorrow. Like Balderdash games have slowed down tremendously. Um, they were selling even before Christmas time, August, September. They were selling pretty much daily, and now they've slowed quite a bit. So, you know, taking that knowledge and okay, now we've got to slow our side of it. We can't buy as many, and we just have to control that stock. You know, so that's all part of that, always learning and just always paying attention. And even though you know, you don't know. So we're going to run it here, see what we can find. And hopefully we find something new so we can show it to you.
It's Milford. I'll get your hopes up.
Yeah, it's Milford. We'll see. All right. So nothing really crazy in there except the prices.
No, it's really just
Prices were kind of insane. And they're getting worse. So we picked up a couple of board games, Sharkmania and Bad Gap, which, is what it is. Sharkmania does pretty well, but there's a lot of pieces. Not a lot of pieces. I don't think that represents it right. It's not a lot of pieces.
it tends to be missing pieces.
It tends to be missing pieces, right? So we picked up this guy for $10. Should get 50 for him. Then we picked up clothes because that's what I go to when I'm not really buying much of anything. So we went through some clothing racks and we picked up some stuff. She's got it in her lap here because it's cold outside. I'm not standing out there. This is a Levi's Jackson Worker shirt, corduroy. That's probably like a $30 to $35 shirt. But
You're gonna put it back there, right?
yeah.
Okay.
This is a women's shirt. This is a brand that I think I've heard of. Madewell. It's yellow. Yellow is half off. This was in the men's section, but it's a women's brand. Madewell. It's a medium. There's the tag. It's a women's. You could tell. I could tell because the sleeves are longer than the waist. So that's probably like a $30 shirt, sweatshirt. That's half off, $6.50. So yeah, I just decided to look up that brand because it triggered something. Like I was like, I think I've heard that brand before. So yeah. This is a vintage jerseys, and a lot of people just are like, whatever, jerseys. But it's a single stitch sweatshirt, with a cool graphic on it, and it's got like flames going down the sleeves for some festival. Americade 1998. I assume that's 1998. It just says 98. There's hair on it. So that could be somewhere between 30 and 50 for the vintageness. And then we picked up, right as I was leaving, this is a brand I've never heard of, but it caught my eye because the tag says designed in Australia. I thought it said Australia. No, it's Austin, Texas. So it's a Cricket brand shirt, and it's got a big ass hole in the back now that I'm looking at it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I just gave everybody the finger. So this will probably be just nothing. But Cricket is a brand to look for. If it didn't have that hole, it'd probably be about a $35 shirt. I might still try to get $15 for it just to get my $6.50 back. But I should have looked more closely, and I didn't. So my fault. Yeah. So now we're gonna go to Walmart, and that guy's gonna fall over. And got to pick up some stuff for my son's school project. And I think I need some ibuprofen. My ribs are still hurting. I fixed our stairwell banister in the house, and ever since then, like, I didn't really work the drill, and I aggravated my ribs. So yeah.
I told you to use the kids.
Yeah. Anyway, going to Walmart, and then we'll head to another Goodwill in Dover. Okay, surprisingly holding up well back there. So yeah, let's get to the next one. All right.
Oh.
So once again, we didn't get a whole lot. We didn't pick up any board games. We picked up one toy, a vintage Fisher Price, like it's an activity center set up like a town. It's called Smart Street. There's like a little phone on the end, and then there's like a bank on this side with a couple of coins. Should be full of coins, but there's only two.
Maybe you just add a picture.
All right, yeah, pictures here. There's like a little bank or a post office or something. You're supposed to have a letter or I don't know. It's a thing. It's a thing. It's $3. I should be able to get like $30 for it as it stands. Incomplete.
Hopefully it's not corroded.
If it's not corroded.
Yeah,
right?
that's my only concern.
If I gotta sell it like for parts, then I'll probably get like $30 including shipping, like everything. If it's corroded, because I've seen it listed for like $15 plus shipping for just parts. If it's good and I can either save it if it is corroded or it's not corroded, we just replace the batteries and it's fine, then I should be able to get, like, they're listed for like $30 plus shipping, so I'm thinking like 40 to 45. Yeah. So we got that, and then I picked up a Bath and Body Works candle that's out of production for $3. I should get like 25 to 30 for that. And then clothes. Went back to clothes. Picking up a lot of clothes today. Which, you know, what are you gonna do? We'll show you some clothes. How about that? What do you got first?
I don't know. What is this? Is this? Did I see Champion?
That's a Champion, like, mock. Yeah. It's a Champion Michigan mock hockey sweater. Yeah. Hoodie. Yeah. So $6.50, I think that was $8. Probably 35 for that. You got next. That's
What's this?
I don't know. X-Go, I think is the brand. It's like a tactical brand, just a quarter zip, made in the USA. $6.50 into about another 30, 35. Nothing special about it. Just made in the USA. It's tactical gear.
It's fuzzy inside.
It's fuzzy inside. That's one of those brands that I didn't know, so I just looked it up. Like, it felt quality. So I was like, okay, let's look this thing up. And, you know, turns out, yeah, it's good. Even like pre-owned condition, like, it's a good brand. So now that's one that I got in the database for, you know, if I see that brand, I'm gonna know. Next, we got this Nike Cal Berkeley like basketball warm-up with the Jordan Jumpman logo with the Cal on the back. 2XL, long sleeve. I pay $6.50 for that.
Yeah.
It's probably, you know, 30 to 35 again. And clothes is going to take a while. Clothes does, I mean, it's just, I'm not going to get my money back right away on this. We got a Woolrich sweater.
Oh, sorry.
Woolrich made in the USA. It's like a 90s tag, I think.
Yeah, it looks like it's an older.
Yeah. Older, but not super, super old.
Right. No.
decent print. There's a bit of a stain on it. So that's probably about another 30, 35. Not in the best shape, but still okay. And that's a territory ahead. Don't normally pick up territory ahead stuff, but that's a 2XL tall, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's I like buying big and tall sizes, particularly with name brand stuff. So, because
for tall people, it is hard for them to find clothes. We know this because we can't find him.
I'm a fat guy, yes.
You're tall.
I'm a tall fat guy.
The issue with long sleeve shirts is they're never long enough.
Right.
So you need the
right. And if I were to go to like the big and tall store and pick up like a Ralph Lauren, I mean, I'm paying like $120 for, when I can go, like normal people can go to the Ralph Lauren store and buy a shirt for $80. They charge the fat guys extra because I guess there's more material. But that territory ahead's again about 30 to 35. Then we picked up this Nike Yukon windbreaker thing. Don't worry, guy.
Yeah, he's really taking up the whole way.
Yukon, like a quarter zip windbreaker-ish thing.
Yeah, it's what, 3X, I think it's
called? Yeah, another big size.
So it's not big. Yeah.
Probably 25 to 30 for that.
Nice and light.
Yeah, super light. And then Ashley found this Lucky brand, new with tags.
Lucky brand, like cover. It's new with tags. That's what word it. That's why I looked at it.
And
tags just $80.
Yeah, $80 is on the tag, but that's probably about a 30 to 35.
Close.
It was 25, but they were used, right? Was it sold?
Well, no, I don't remember.
Yeah, so probably 30. I'd say 35, maybe 40. New, but they don't sell often, so.
No, but it's a light.
Yeah, so we'll see. I mean, we're going into that season, so
right.
That's what we got.
Shoe on the sidewalk.
And now, there's a shoe on the sidewalk. Somebody left their shoe. We're gonna go into this Goodwill. This is the last one. Flipping through clothes is tiring, and I don't like that we have to do it. But
I don't think we have to do it.
But so we were talking before we started this clip, and I don't mind clothes. I really don't mind shipping clothes. Like that's what's appealing about selling clothes. Pictures stink. Sourcing, I don't like. Shipping, easy. Just throw in a bag. Off it goes. Cake. Storage, not a problem. It's just the fun parts of this, the sourcing of it is just nails on a chalkboard. It stinks. Anyway, let's go in. Goodwill number 3, and that's it for us. Let's go. All right. So, it was actually probably the best stop of the day.
It's unusual.
We only picked up a Game of Life, which for board games is not great. Sorry about the song. But if we're gonna pick up any one board game, then the Game of Life better be it.
That's true. That one will sell. Yeah.
Right. So that's good. Then we picked up a couple of Bath & Body Works candles again, which, again, I mean, we never pick this stuff up. We never find it. Actually, I never really looked for it.
Right. I've never looked for candles before,
right.
But now I will.
Right. Like I just happened to in the first store, right? Milford, that's where we picked up the first one?
No, picked up the first one at Camden.
Here?
Yeah. Didn't even look at Milford, but their prices were ridiculous.
I just happened to see a Yankee candle. I was like, oh, let me look, because I know that Yankee candles when their scents discontinue, can do pretty okay. And that one wasn't a discontinued set, but then I saw the Bath and Body Works, and I was like, well, maybe that one. And that one was good. So that's like I said, curiosity. You gotta just, always be looking and just, what about this? What about that? This might do something that could do, like, just question everything. Just, that's the thing. Just always be looking and just, this could be something. And look, and if you waste a minute looking up something, then you waste a minute. You move on to something else. You've learned something. You've learned that, okay, this brand doesn't do very well, or you've made money. You've either figured out that I don't have to waste any more time with this brand or with this item in the future, in the near future, or I've made myself $20 by spending an extra minute and a half to 2 minutes looking up this candle or this whatever it is. So yeah, and I knew that candles do well certain scents after they discontinue. And I know that Bath and Body Works candles are in that category of scents that do that. But for me, it's tough to see like a Bath and Body Works label. Like I can't pinpoint those labels like Yankee Candles because their logo is pretty distinctive on their label. Bath and Body Works is not always distinctive. But now, like Ashley said, like she'll go by and just swing by that little section of, by their figurines or whatever is usually where candles are. So
I always look at that section. I just never looked at the candles.
Right. So.
Which is weird because we like candles. Like when Kyler and I go into a store, we beeline usually for the candles, the two of us.
Yeah. So that's just something else to look out for. So we did buy some clothes, but we're not going to show you any clothes. We bought another Woolrich like quarter zip made in the USA, an Orvis shirt. It's nothing really kind of unique about anything that we bought there. So we're going to show you some toys. Picked up some bags of toys. This is a $3 bag. There is a little Bowser lights up in the mouth. That's the one that I looked up in the bag, so I know I can get 20 to 25 for him. Paid it. I think I said I paid $3 for the bag.
Yeah, $3 for this bag. It's also
got a.
I have no idea what this is, but
right, it's got that guy.
It's really light, so it doesn't feel. Charizard. Also lights up and articulates, so that's probably another 20 to 25 if I had to guess. So $40 in that bag, let's say, plus that mystery figure. Yeah, it feels really light to me. I don't know what it's going to be.
$2 for a Kong with his axe. So no, that's.
He's not making that noise.
No. So we'll have to see if he works. But for $2, that's probably another $25. Then we got a third bag, another $3 bag of Godzillas. And
that's not good.
That's not a Godzilla. That's a shark guy. That makes noise.
That's a little nuts.
Yeah, I didn't look up any of these. I just saw $3 for the bag, and I'm like, yeah. I mean,
this one.
If I get $15 a piece, that's fine.
you know. I can even lot up all the Godzillas and do like, you know, $30 for all three Godzillas, the three different sizes. And
He's got a really long tail.
Yeah.
Yeah, spin him around.
so, you know, that's what we got. And then this
There's another
shark
bag.
guy.
Yeah.
And there's another bag.
Yeah.
I got it. Oh wow.
You got 3 bags.
I thought I did all.
No, I did 1 bag that.
Oh, and then there's a bag of Kongs.
Yeah.
Right. There's a bag of Kongs. I didn't look up the Kongs either. I'm not gonna open it. There's just a bag of Kongs. I think there's 4 in there. 4 Kongs for $3. So even if I get $10 a piece for these, well, I'd have to charge shipping. So let's say $15 a piece for Kongs. That's fine to pay $3 for the whole bag. So
I'm gonna go get our smoothies.
yeah. So that's what we got. She's going to get smoothies. That's basic dinner. It's Super Bowl day. So we're going to go home, watch Super Bowl with the kids, and then all this stuff will get listed probably tomorrow. As long as we can get it all cleaned up and ready to go. We may list some tonight. I don't know. But yeah, that's it. That's all we got, guys. So that was our little thrift adventure. Biggest thing you could do as a reseller is just keep an open mind, be curious, look up whatever you can. And you'll come out of every store with a little bit of something else. So
Are you still talking?
yes,
My goodness.
we're done. We're done. So yeah, so that's it. Be curious. Look at stuff. That's all I got. You got anything?
No.
Okay.
No, I think you covered it.
So you'll find stuff if you just look at stuff. You just gotta look. Just gotta look. Just keep your eyes open, your mind open.
It's very easy to get tunnel vision. You have to really try not to.
Right. It's easy to go into a store and say, I like to buy this stuff and only look for that stuff. But you're missing a lot when you do that. So just look at everything and just say, wow, that's something I've never seen before. That's a brand I've never heard of. Let me check that brand out and see what it's all about. Because you never know. That's it. All right. Like, comment, subscribe, all that happy horseshit. We'll catch you next time.